Hello and welcome to Surf All Day A1A, my YouTube channel, where I bring you along with me on a lot of my surfing adventures. But today we're going to start a new podcast, a new live stream. I try to hold this every Sunday, so please subscribe, hit the like button if you like this sort of content, and I'm going to raise some awareness of live stream cams on YouTube. I'll put the name of the stream provider so that you can go visit and subscribe to their channel as well. I'd recommend you do that. Also, leave a comment. During the course of this particular live stream, I'm going to incorporate various elements I've been working on within OBS Studio, which is the software that I use to stream. And one of the things I'm going to do is add the chat comments into this window. So that's coming. But let's go ahead and take a look at one of my favorite webcams available in the area. Okay. And it is, it's taking me a moment to get this stuff in the right place. It is the Westgate Cocoa Beach Pier channel on YouTube, and they provide this really nice view of the Cocoa Beach Pier, which is a pretty good indicator of what the waves are doing south of Cape Canaveral. Give you a little bigger view there. And I will move that text so you can see it. And I'd say it looks like about 2-foot waves. The wind's not too bad. By the way, leave a comment on the stream. I'd appreciate it. I'm heading there now so that I can get the chat and show it in the video itself. It's a pretty cool way to do it, I would say. Okay, here we are. Now, this is pretty cool. I can see the chat as I'm in this OBS studio, but I can also include the chat comments right on the screen via one of their browser objects. And there it is. I'll go ahead and say something in there just to make sure that it's working. Very nice. Now that should show up. Oh, I may have to actually see that it... Oh, there it is. Just took a little while for it to show up, but it does show up. All right, let's see if we have anybody on the stream today. Okay, let's look at some other webcams. There are so many around the world. Outer Banks is got many. And we're going to look at the Twitty and Company, one of the Twitty and Company cams. And what I need to do here is I actually grab the video. Takes a moment or two to go through all the steps involved. I'm sure I can figure out a faster way to do this. Okay. Now that is not the West Gate, but oh, look, it shows the channel name on the screen. Isn't that great? Oh, I like that. Okay, let's go ahead and start the stream. And this is live from the Outer Banks. Okay, once the stream starts, it doesn't show the channel name anymore, so... Ooh, look at that barrel. Oh, look at that. Did you see that? That wasn't a bad little wave. Suppose we could see if they have sound on this thing. No. Doesn't seem like it. But I'll tell you what, that shore pound looks fun right there. I wonder what tide this is. And I wonder exactly where this is. Okay, I've got to copy the name. Twitty and Company Vacation Rentals. I guess it might also be a place you could grab a vacation rental. Not bad. Now, one of the things we can do is to start stacking these views. And this may be the way I structure the podcast moving forward, is I'll just start with all of these screens pre-populated with views really around the world. I mean, there are streams available for most locations. Okay, let's look at another place. I think it might be interesting to look at the north shore of Oahu. But let me know if you have a request of a location around the world to check out. I'm looking right now. Pipeline usually has a live stream. Yeah, it's streaming right now. Streaming on a really good spot called Explore Oceans. I want to make sure before I show it that I put the title on it just so I give full attribution. Yeah, this will be rather easy to put back together anytime I want to stream this now. Now we can do a side-by-side comparison of the Outer Banks with Pipeline. And of course, the Outer Banks is the pipeline of the East Coast. There you have it. Okay, there you have it. Pipeline, Outer Banks. Hey, Stephen Wilson, thanks for jumping on the stream. Stephen Wilson says, I'm really missing Melbourne. My family all lives there, but I'm in Missouri. Oh, wow. That's farm country, Missouri. Usually visit a couple times a year, but haven't been back since COVID. Your videos are always a nice thing to see. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Stephen. Do you have any requests of places to check? There might be some Missouri live streams out here, believe it or not. I'm going to see if there are any New England live cams. Salisbury Beach. There's a cam in Salisbury Beach with a thing called ECI Systems. I don't know exactly where Salisbury Beach is, but we can go look on Google Maps too. Stage Neck in York, Maine. Oh, we got Marathon, Florida. That's quite interesting. We also have St. Augustine Beach. That's offered by Surf Station Cam. Let's look at St. Augustine Beach. I'm curious about that. I went out surfing a little earlier. I surfed for about, I don't know, an hour on a new longboard that I got. The waves were kind of choppy, but had a little bit of size. It was really fun on this new board that I have, but all right, I'm going to add in a third stream. I'll run out of space. No, not really. This will give you, Stephen, another look at what it's doing in Florida. I'm also going to play some video that I took before I went out surfing this morning, so you get some perspective on what the waves look like in my particular area of Central Florida. Okay, that is the cam location. It is called Surf Station Cam, and interesting thing is I'm noticing that it will show you that in the picture before it starts playing, which is kind of nice, but once you play it, that goes away and you just see all video. So that's when I want to make sure that I give the correct attribution first. I think I'm going to go ahead and also share. Yeah, what is this? Surf Station Cam, all one word. Surf Station Cam, and that is St. Augustine, which is a great old historic city. All right. Let's play it and see what happens. And there you have it. Surf Station Cam. So there you have 3 cams. A look at pretty much waves in all the spots we're looking at right now. Of course, the best waves are the ones that are closest to you. I guarantee that. Now, the interesting thing is there are commands that you can do in OBS that allow you to make the background of the text transparent. Yeah, let's try this. I'm going to go ahead and add some code to that little text box there. We'll see if I can get it to do what I want it to do here. Yeah, it looks like it does do it. Now that text is transparent, so you can see right through it. Ah, the magic of OBS. Now there's more that I can put in there too. That was to remove the background, but it can also remove the top bar, scroll bar, and chat box. So let's do that too. Now this will be how the stream is set up in the future, so it'll be very easy to reproduce this now. By the way, thanks for being part of this. If you like this type of stuff, you can support the channel anytime by donating a super chat. That's the easiest way. Another way is to use the links in the description to go to Amazon anytime you go there, or any of the other links in the description. Of course, a like is a very good way to help the channel out. It helps us in the algorithms. All right, we're gonna try to remove these borders. And by the way, let me know how it looks. Okay, now the borders are removed completely, I think. There it is. We're building a really cool chat interface. Really cool streaming interface. All right, let's just adjust it a little bit. Be interesting to look around, but this is kind of like 3 different areas of America. What's happening in the surf right now. Can TV, Stephen Wilson? Oh, oops. Let's see. I'm going to look at what else I can find here. How about California? Good old California. We have so many things to choose from in California, as you might have guessed. Pacifica Pier and Beach is, wow, I'm looking at it right now. It is serious power. Holy moly. And like nobody out. Slamming walls. Looks like 8 to 10 foot slamming walls. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to add this one now. We're going to call this Stream 4. And I'll go ahead and paste. Oops. By the way, thanks for your patience. I'm really figuring out how to do all this stuff, and it's kind of too manual. Of course, a lot of it is making these objects, of course, that I'm putting in here, but yeah, Steve Wilson, can't believe pipeline is small this year. Has been crazy there. Yeah, I haven't been following it that much, but it seems like most of the days I've looked at it, there were waves that looked giant for Florida, you know. But yeah, probably now that I think about it, yeah, probably it was just because I'm in a Florida state of mind. Meaning head-high waves look pretty good, especially when they're lined up and have all that groundswell in them like they do at Pipeline. I mean, it's just not that common, let's be honest, in Florida. Just a different kind of, wave, really. All right, so here's Pacifica. Let's get into Pacifica. Now, by the way, we can also do things like, let's see, like that. Is that not playing anymore? The stream freeze? Doesn't look like all of the streams are still operating. Okay, so what is the name of the Pacifica Beach place? That is David Chamberlain. Thank you, David Chamberlain. Please go subscribe to David Chamberlain's stream, to his channel. Stoked he has this. David Chamberlain, you should leave a comment on this video if you like this. Kind of highlighting. All right, let's see. We're going to have to add a text. Chamberlain, David Chamberlain. Chamberlain. Maybe it's Chamberlain. I'm not sure. Sorry. I don't know how to pronounce it. Chamberlain. Yeah, I just want to make sure I spelled it correctly. Okay. Yeah, the David Chamberlain is Pacifica, California. All right, let's go back to a more whole view of this. I think I'm going to go ahead and take a bigger look at the old Pacifica, though, because it seems to be going off there. Oh yeah, it is absolutely pumping there. I love how in California they have these giant cement piers everywhere. Lined up surf. That is for sure. So if you had to be one place, where would you go today out of these 4 spots? I mean, you got to pick Pipeline, don't you? Just because it's the place that you really don't have to wear a wetsuit. Up in St. Augustine, it's still kind of cold. See if there's anywhere else that is interesting. I wonder why nobody's surfing out there at Pacifica. Doesn't look like they have much of a beach there to get into the water, but I feel like the water is coming right up to that seawall. Yeah, Pipeline's your pick, Steven. Never been there, but it's number one on my bucket list. Yeah, I would love to go check that out. Pipeline. Certainly the kind of spot that you want to ease into, I would think. I'm used to a nice sandy bottom and gentle waves, so when it gets steep and critical like that, we have some spots like that in the area, of course. Wabasso, maybe. Some spots up in northern Florida, certainly, but let's see where else. I wonder if the Gulf Coast is breaking. I have I have a cam here for Leeward Key, Miramar Beach, Florida. Little teeny tiny waves. Myrtle Beach has one. It's a pretty decent cam. That Myrtle Beach cam is a reliable one. Of course, we could go back to the Cocoa Beach cam. Stort has a cam up right now. The Stort cam doesn't really look at the surf, though. It looks kind of on a little on the inlet, really. Siesta Beach has a cam, and man, is it packed. But that is certainly a West Coast cam. Sorry, I'm trying to do too many things at once here. We're going to call this stream 5. By the way, let me know how the stream is coming through if you get a chance. Yeah, this one is a pretty good contrast, I would say, to these other cams because this is flat. Playback on other websites has been disabled by video owner. Interesting. Quite interesting. Clearwater Beach has a cam. Yeah, it's too bad people will find out about their stream. Go subscribe. Okay, that's Clearwater. Frenchies. Frenchies is what the channel is called. Sounds like a restaurant. All right, we'll put in a little attribution text for Frenchies. And have you been watching the Freedom Convoy rolling across Florida? Sorry, rolling across, not Florida, rolling across, I think it's Oklahoma today. That keeps popping up in the live streams. All right, let's turn on this Clearwater cam and get a juxtaposition. And there you have it. Yeah, no, I've chose to leave the space in between these, and I think that's probably the way to go. Got more people jumping on the stream. By the way, please don't forget to click the like button if you like this kind of content. Lets me know also to do this again. Once I get this stream set up, it'll be pretty easy to just kind of turn it on and do a quick stream of conditions, even just as I check it. All right, I'm going to go pop out the chat from the live stream itself so I can see it a little bit more clearly as they come up. I went on an epic discovery mission of how to do all this stuff. All right, now I've got the chat up. I can, although I see it on the screen in the stream, it's so small I can't read it. I just know it's there. Nothing else. That's kind of like a nice background and history of what's occurred. Yeah, look at Clearwater Beach. And there's like jet skis bopping out there. Tons of people on the beach. That picture of Siesta Key was mobbed. There had to be 400 people in that area, but the beach is very wide there. All right, let's see where else. There are so many webcams. I still can't get over that Maury Point in Pacifica, or the Pacifica, California shot. I mean, there are several cams there, and it just looks like perfect offshore glass and super hollow barrels on a beach break right there, and there's nobody out as far as I can tell. Why? How could that be? How could that be? I don't understand it. David Chamberlain has many cams. That's definitely one worth checking out. Fort Myers, Pierside. Pierside Grill, Fort Myers. Looks like an amazing swimming day, but that's about it. Okay, how about this? Let's look at some of the surf from this morning. I'll show you what I surfed. Now, I don't have video of me surfing, but I'm going to be getting some of that soon. Wish the drone could fly itself. Oh, those will be the days. Autonomous drones filming us surfing. Alright, I do have already a video player set up. And in fact, it's got a video in it loaded right now that is of Matanza Inlet not that long ago. And there it is. Isn't that incredible? The beautiful Matanza Inlet. Now that feels like one of the sharkiest places I've ever surfed. I've never seen a single shark there. It's one of those places that it just seems like that's where the critters would be in multitudes. Like in that little cut there, see where it drops off? Gotta be tons of sharks in there, but it really never has been a factor. It's a cool, desolate place. This day actually allowed me to fly all over the place. The wind wasn't too bad. It's a very sunny, bright day. Look at some of the other videos of that day. And I think I'll just kind of like, bop around a little bit from video to video as I see them, looking through my archives. I went up to Jacksonville not that long ago, and on my way back, stopped and flew the drone along the beach. This is a particularly great place to do that, with one exception. There were a lot of small aircraft that kept flying through the airspace, which makes it kind of hectic safety-wise. Love to see that old school dunage. This is on the north side of Matanza Inlet. It's a lot bigger than it looks. I mean, just a terrific place to explore. If you're really adventurous, you just go ahead and cross that inlet. You traverse it. But like I said, I just feel as if it's full of sharks. It's a really, really beautiful perspective, in my opinion. And you can really get a good look at what these sandbars do when you get up that high. You can really study a place that way. All right, I'm going to take you to another shot. Well, you might like this. I'm wondering how it'll come out too, but this was a little bit north of there. Thought it might be cool to low fly it through this little ravine in the sand dunes. I thought these walkways from these houses were really interesting to look at. They all kind of had their own little take on how to get across the span. There's more than one way to get across a span, man. Look at that one. They have little spots underneath the stairs. They really went off. There's where you drive onto the beach. If you saw that. It's the car access. So not a bad setup. And by the way, no competition for that surf. None whatsoever. And there were waves. That day there were plenty of waves. Now this is in the inlet itself. I thought this was fascinating how the sand was stirred up in the water. Created those really interesting patterns. So when I see stuff like that and the light is just right, sometimes I'll experiment around with, here's another perspective of cruising along it, try to put some motion in the shot, play with the colors. Really nice. All right, let's go ahead and transition out of here. See if I can find the first video from this morning. And I think this is it. Let's get moving. Yep, this was this morning. Wind wasn't too bad. But this time in the morning, the waves were, I don't know, they were crumbly, let's say. There were several people out, being Sunday afternoon, of course. The water's very warm, 72 degrees. Well, not quite. And you can see there weren't really a lot of opportunities in that particular wave, and that's what I mean. Just kind of sectiony, crumbling, no real defined peak. That was what it looked like in the morning, although I think that was a byproduct of the tide, which was recovering from a low tide. As the tide got a little higher, look at that. Not bad. Little lean back Larry. And I thought that board was pretty cool. It's like an old school, looks almost like a Mark Richards, old Mark Richards board. Retro, Twinser type setup. Cool surfboard. Fish. I thought, oh, he might be getting one. A long board. Not this time. Okay, going to another shot. See how this looks. You can see there's definitely lines. The wind actually picked up as the day moved forward. at another one. Actually, let's let this play out. Yeah, I was wondering what that was. I thought actually it was a shark, believe it or not, but it was just a boogie boarder. This low perspective is kind of interesting in a way. There's that pokey border. Not bad. Boogie border showing everybody what's going on. Checking out the lineup. When I had come back down approximately a half hour after this, the surf had greatly improved. Maybe it was more like an hour, but a little bit of high tide on this swell, and of course I think the swell probably filled in as well. Resulted in a great improvement in the conditions. There you go. There you go. Well done. Again, on the fish. Look at the boards most of these guys are surfing. They're the fish style, which really, you know, that's perfect for the Central Florida surf conditions that we typically get. Now, if you like this kind of content, please give it a thumbs up. Click the thumbs up button, subscribe. If you're on a live stream, you can always give a super chat. That makes you a special viewer. Oh, here we go. Out the back, out the back. Come on, Central Florida. There you go. That's what we like to see. Well done. I like that dismount. In my opinion, you get special points for that. Yeah, so not epic waves, but also not the kind of waves you would necessarily turn your nose up at. I'll show you another day not that long ago, just in comparison. friend of mine, longboarding. Glassy, long lines. That wave is not going to break. Yet look at that. He's waving to another neighbor of mine who has taken a swim in the ocean just about every day I've seen him. Yeah, look at that. I love that. Really do. See if we can find another choice video. Days like this, days that look just like this, typically nobody rides them. They're just left as a footnote in the annals of popular surfing. Yet, to me, they are some of the best days if you have the right equipment. You can see how it breaks like that. Just little, I call them dot waves because there's just one little dot of white that happens, like that one little whitewater patch. Those waves can be perfect if you have the right type of board. A soft top surfboard will do very well in conditions like this. Most longboards will also. All right, let's see what's happening. Well, it looks like really out of the bunch. I have to say, if I had the right wetsuit, I would love to go try Pacifica. To me, that looks more intriguing even than Pipeline just because of the adventure involved, but the waves there look hollow and perfect, and there's got to be places that are going off. I wonder if it's because there's a herd of giant white sharks in the area that nobody's in the water. I just wonder. But that surf is pumping. To me, today, California wins. Well, okay. Thank you for watching this first edition of this live stream podcast that I plan on doing at a more regular basis. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Surf all day.